How about the assistant governor?
Yes. Actually, he's going to do the introduction.
He got up and he got 11.
Joe, you all ready?
Okay, thank you.
You all ready?
Bill, President Bill, and Bob. I did not bring Bob's bio with me this morning. I left that in my file before I left, so he informed me that he's been in Rotary since 2007, and he's in the, is that correct, Bob? Yep. He's over there in the Noontime Club, as you were well aware, and he was president in 2013-14 for his club over there at Sebastopol as well. So I'd like to introduce his wife Peggy and Bob Rogers, your district governor, 2017. And also, as you were a champion at bike riding and rode all the way from Crescent City to Petaluma, California. I did one leg of that 6-day trip, and what a ride that was. That was 54 miles. These guys right here, and then Brian, I think also. Oh my God. And who else? Patrick?
Ellie?
Patrick and Ellie.
You guys have no idea what that was like. I did one day, they did it every day. What an amazing feat these guys accomplished.
So how do we welcome our speakers at sunrise? How do you do, Madam Speaker? How do you do? Is there anything that we can do for you? Thanks for coming here today. We are with you all the way. How do you do, Madam Speaker? How do you do? I like that. Thank you. I'm good. Because we have so many riders from the ride and support people more from this club than any other club, I'm just going to dispense. You all know about polio already. You know what the fight's going on. And if I have time later, I'll talk about it a little bit more. But I want to show a video that's a sort of a synopsis of the 10-day ride. As soon as my IT guy can set it up.
10 days? 6 days. 6 days.
What'd I say, 10 days? Well, yeah, the story just keeps growing, right?
It felt like 10 days.
I like my man. Okay, so while he's doing this, what we accomplished is, we raised a lot of money, and I'm going to release that information in a few days, and I'm very pleased with where we are. Let me just put it that way, but I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Hey Bob, you essentially did that right.
He told me, he says, hey, I got all this computer stuff figured out. You don't have to worry. There's a great video here. Should I get my computer? It's ready to go. Okay, wait a minute. There's a beautiful picture of a biker going by. Now we're talking to some kids about the polio is.
Vaccine for it, so you know how you get a shot and prevents you from getting into polio. Then we're going to stay in the sleep support,
Tell you what, let's do the video next week.
There you go.
This is a video team from Petaluma documented the whole trip.
That's right. Give a smile. Go get him down.
There's a disease called polio, and it would cripple people. And so they figured out they have a vaccine for it. So you know how when you get a shot, and it prevents you from getting into polio. Then we're going to say, and will you support us with a pledge to put money towards polio for vaccinating kids?
So all the friends have to raise money. Now they're doing the right.
And now we have to do our part. Now we have to do it.
So many people today don't even know, hardly even heard of polio.
Right.
But
Thank God they haven't, really, when you think about it.
it's been gone from this country for 30 years.
Can I correct you and say guys and gals? There's 13 of them. Absolutely. There's 13 dedicated riders, and we're raising money for our fight against polio. You know, in 1985, when Rotary International and all of the clubs in the world that are Rotary took on this fight, there were 1,000 children a day contracting polio. Yes, the United States was polio-free, but not the rest of the world. That's where we are today. 8 cases year to date in the whole world. So we're almost there. We're going to win this fight. Right, guys? Yeah! We're going to end up in Redcrest today, the beginning of the Avenue of the Giants. And I think it's, what, about 60 miles, you guys? Yeah, a little over 60 miles. Piece of cake.
All downhill.
All down, it's all downhill all the way to the top. I'm glad, let me put it this way, I'm glad it's behind us. And let me tell you about one other thing. This is the best investment in the world because the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, they're matching for every dollar that Rotary raises, they match it with $2. So we're gonna make a quick stop at College of the Redwoods for a little put on a feed bag just for a few minutes before our final 3 hours to Redcrest.
Infrastructure that we're creating to end polio is being used in so many places in order to attack all childhood diseases. And adult diseases as well. Nigeria, which had an incredible polio eradication program, became polio-free, used the polio infrastructure to lessen the impact and pretty much stop it in its tracks of the Ebola epidemic. But the first goal is no more cases of polio.
We're trying to do our share with the Pedal for Polio. I don't have an official number yet. Our goal was 84,000, but I know we've passed the 50,000 mark already. All right. Stop and think about this. Since Rotary started this in 1985, 16 million children did not contract polio.
Wow.
Because of you guys. Because of you guys. Because of Rotarians. For everything that you guys have done for us, to show my appreciation, I'm going to offer these t-shirts for only $10. Polio. And the whole purpose is... Yeah, you pulled that trick on me the other night. 3 larges?
What size is yours, Bob?
Mine's a large.
I'll give you $20 for the shirt off your back right now.
Thank you for everything you guys have done. Everything. From the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all the work that you guys put into it.
The hole was on the bottom facing the rim. Another one he had a patch tube. We put it in, the patch leaked. And then he put a third new tire on, got a staple in the middle of it. That's it.
But I want the opinion, and going through there a couple times, it looks like we could ride all the way. Otherwise, we're going to have a short day. We would have to wait, possibly, with the traffic. but the roads are clean. I just want some opinions that are
What's the coast now? I think he actually went. Venmo.
Just to stick together.
So we all go together. Why don't we just stop the confusion hill?
Yeah.
It just eliminates.
Yeah, we don't have to go to convention.
Might get confused when we get there.
I say let's delay until we get the Venmo.
Yeah.
My only concern is if we get separated without the support vehicles, somebody's going to get screwed back there. So that's my only, that you
Safety first. What do you have to say about this?
Figure out this Confusion Hill thing, but in the meantime, the entire ride for today is pretty moderate. I think we're going to have a total climbing of a little over 3,000 feet. We have half a dozen little hills that are 300, 400 feet each at the max.
Take this 26 through the Giants, go slow, warm up nicely, and enjoy this. This is a total, yeah, sure. That's it.
That's exactly right. That's my attitude.
Yeah, let's ride!
time. But and we did, like I said before, we raised a lot of money, but one of the things we did is we bonded with so much of the district, so many of the clubs along the 101 corridor. And that, I think, was a real important part of what happened. So I'm going to cut the polio part short so I can try and get the rest of it in. And I'm not here to only talk about polio. Don't worry, this is all that's coming off. The district conference theme. Is this, Joe? It's not working?
Hold on, going back.
Hello? 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. The district conference theme is Rotary, where dreams take flight. We've talked about this last night. Every achievement, every innovation, every step forward in this world begins with an idea, a thought, perception, an intuition. We look around and see the world around us, and whether we perceive it or not is a matter of focus and attention. And we take for granted what we think we see as that's the way it is. But what if we could change that notion? Then we become open to other possibilities. Like the Rotarian in the Philippines in 1979. He looked around and stopped taking what he saw for granted. Polio was a leveler of children. The destroyer of adult lives, the ruin of so many possibilities, so many futures. Potential and hope were no longer in the complex equation of life. Doors were forever closed, windows forever blackened by the dispassionate, undeserved, unbidden gatekeeper between promise and tragedy. He stopped taking this for granted. He saw a better way for a better life for those not blessed as he was through accidental freedom from this plague. We had the vaccine and the delivery system that was Rotary. Necessity of action gave birth to an idea. The idea that we could actually rid the world of this scourge. The idea led to belief. Belief led to a dream. The dream, first this country and then the world. And this thought and the belief and the dream fueled this one Rotarian and later all Rotarians to believe the impossible, to think the unthinkable, to dare to think we could reshape the world and to dare to do so. And here we stand today on the brink, on the edge of a world without polio. Because that one guy saw, he thought, he believed, he dreamed, he dared. So where else have we seen this kind of process take place? Walt Disney, in his younger years, experienced the trash-ridden, cheap, and tacky rides and distractions that were the amusement parks of his youth. He thought he could do better. He thought he could create a place of suspended disbelief, exciting, colorful, a family destination with exciting worlds to explore, like Disney, like Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, Frontierland, and he dared to make it so. A story about two workmen putting the finishing touches on Disney World. And one turned to the other and said, you know, isn't it a shame that Walt passed away before he got to see this great achievement? And the other guy looks at him and says, what are you talking about? He did see it. That's why it's here. Think, believe, dream, dare. The rest is history. The rest is the future. A future filled with perceptions, shared visions, and the courage to act on them. What was the name of Steve Jobs' next company after he left Apple?
Next.
Right. And when Frank Lloyd Wright was asked, what's his favorite project? He replied, the next one. Another story. There's this guy standing on a beach, covered with starfish. They're stranded there by the tidal action. And he's picking them up one at a time. He's throwing them back into the sea. He's approached by a stranger, and the stranger says, what are you doing? How can you think you can make a difference with such a massive being? You know, he picks up another starfish. He looks at the guy and says, you know what makes a difference to this one? And he tosses it into the sea. That's sort of a moving story, but let me put it to you another way. What if he had gone back into town and told his friends the plight of the starfish? And who knows, maybe his friends were Rotarians. And he convinced them to come help him, and with a shared vision and shared purpose, they went back and cleared that beach of all the starfish. So let me ask you this, who benefited the most from this? The starfish, or the people who came together to save them, or both? I'm going to say both, because obviously the starfish with their lives, right? But I put it to you that when we perceive something we need, and we share that vision and we act on it, and in a way we're saving ourselves. We make our livings through our work. We make our lives through our actions. Some even say we make our lives through Rotary. Service above self is more than just a motto, isn't it? It's a way of life, an emotional and spiritual fulfillment, if you will. And indeed, what is the purpose of all our community service, if not a unity of these qualities? I listened last night to some of the things that I didn't even know that this club has done. And it just blows me away. It's something as simple as the lunch bags. I didn't know about that. I know you guys do a lot of things, but that was something new to me. And I feel a passion, and I know that you guys feel the passion and the satisfaction that you must get when you see the results of your projects on your folks and effects. So, you know, I'm not here to tell you what to do. Well, I do live in the same community, but only you knows your community. Only you see the needs. Only you see the starfish. Only you can come together and save them. So we all joined Rotary last night. I asked folks, why did you join Rotary? And we all joined for lots of different reasons. But we're still here, I think, because you all believe in service above self. I see your passion, and it fills my passion. You guys sometimes bring tears to my eyes. And you fill my spiritual cup. And so for that, I thank you. Now, there's one more video. Keep your fingers crossed. No, not that one. Now I'm getting a situation like my friend. Why does
Solar flares.
Solar flares, yeah, that's right. Is there a Mac person in the house? There we go.
Something in the background. Slide to the left. Your response.
Just say that again.
There's something in the background wanting your response. What's going about?
Yeah, I hear it.
IT, person,
Okay.
IT.
Whoa.
Slide to the left, Bob. There's stuff hidden behind you.
Try to read
Okay,
option
here
escape.
comes on.
Control Well, it's the same thing. Oh, is it? New Mac. It's got the options.
It is confusing.
Shut it down.
Yeah, shut it down and start over. Oh, here, wait, let's go ahead and get it. It's not good.
Camera everywhere.
Because we know they already raised 50, so that's 100.
The other option is to start over, but we have 4 minutes left. So what it is a promotion for the district conference. And it talks about just what we talked about. It all begins with one person's idea. And it gives examples. The first example it gives is about Dr. Benny Santos in the Philippines, which we just saw a brief synopsis that I talked about. It talks about a self-watering spigot in a dog park right here. A simple idea. And from that grew the full dog park that we have today. And as a result, the rest of the park is kept in pristine condition because the dogs do all their business over there and not in the rest of the play. We talked about Mark Sell, Rotarian and Art Club, basketball, who had the idea to help teachers because he saw them coming into his store purchasing goods out of their own pocket for their classrooms because the school district just didn't have the money. So he decided to help them by starting a crab feed that raises money annually. And today, this year, we passed $250,000 over the life of that. It's been 13 years now. So examples like that. And this is what the conference is about. I was asking yesterday folks to bring your dreams. Bring them up, talk about them last night, and if something comes to the surface, maybe we can work on it. They bring it to the district conference. We're going to have trained facilitators to help you work through problems. You'll find collaboration with other clubs there. We realize that you can't possibly do most projects in a year. That's why the global grants, TRF, Rotary Foundation requires 2 signatures, the president and the president-elect on memorandums of understanding, because they know it's going to take a couple of years. So whether your project is in the design phase, or in the wind tunnel, or in flight test, notice I'm getting the aviation stuff in there, or in flight, actually bring it. We're bringing back the golf tournament. We're going to have a golf tournament on Friday morning. We're going to have a bocce ball tournament. And we've been challenged by the North. He says, frankly, we're going to kick your ass. I said, well,
He said that?
Yeah, Brian Lovell from Arcata. So that's a challenge.
He said that?
And there's a couple other, yeah. I know, I can, never mind. We want you to, there's going to be projects like good feel good projects. You guys, I know you guys know about the LN4 hand. Because I think you put some together. We're going to put together 50 of those. And we're going to do something called Rise Against Hunger. We're going to put at least 10,000 meals together for 27 cents a meal. And these will go to areas that are in dire need throughout the world. And I understand right now Rise Against Hunger is sending meals down to Florida. And I bet they'll be sending them to the Philippines, whatever, as well. We want you to leave that conference.
Where is it?
That's right. With the hairs on your arms standing up. Just a buzz with ideas, ready to go get them. We want this year to end and launch you into the next year, an even greater year, and a year beyond that. A year beyond that, when Bob Rogers and a few of the other gray hairs here are gone, we'll know that Rotary will be carrying on our good works. It's going to be held at McClellan Air Force Base. McClellan, that's an Air Force Base. What the hell are you talking about? What the heck are you talking about? I have to get used to it. It's a retired Air Force base. It's been turned into a commercial venture. The Officers Club is now the hotel. The Bachelor Officers Quarters is the hotel. The Officers Club is a hotel and a bar and restaurant. And they took a hangar and converted it into a conference center. It is really awesome. There's an aerospace museum there. We're going to have a cocktail reception there where you can drink. And if you're a pilot, or not even a pilot, we have 6 simulators we're renting. Let's see if you can keep this shiny side up while you've had a few drinks. It should be fun. We really look forward to having you there, and I've just run out of time by 1 minute.
What's the
the date?
And we haven't even done the raffle yet. May 18th to the 20th, 2018. Thank you, because that's all on video.
I was just going to say, I've seen that video, and it's really phenomenal. So if you can get us the link, we'll post it on our site so that members can see it.
Okay, yeah, it is. There is a link. It's on our My Club's Vimeo website. So thank you. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties.
How much money?
How much money?
How much money?
I can give
All over budget goal.
The goal was $84,000. And let me put it this, I'm going to let you know in a couple days, but it's not 5 figures.
And that's without the 2-to-1 match?
No.
That's before the 2-for-1 match.
Wow.
Yeah, we're making a difference, guys. The $50 million that Bill and Melinda Gates has vowed to match over the next 2 years, 2-to-1, we're doing, I was calculating on doing 1/200th of that. We're now well above that. It's exciting. I'll let you know in a couple days.
One last thing.
Okay. And I didn't buy tickets, so I don't have to worry about picking them. Okay. The last 4 numbers, 8593. Whoa! David!
We're getting poorer in the rich.
Well, there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah.
The $10 bill.
Donna.
So I get my $10 back.
Donna Schuler from Mendocino. You get your $10 back. Yeah, she put it together and she did a great job.
Cool. That's great. Thank you. It all went to good cause.
Yes, and yeah, your money goes towards, everybody's money goes towards Folio Plus, and the whole package is 2-for-1, so it's triple what it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'm sorry I overran time, but
you're the
it
governor.
amazes me with these, and oh God, there's another great thing that you would find. The next polio fundraiser is taking place right now, and in November, have you heard about the run in Peru in the desert? I mean, yeah.
In the desert.
It's a 126-day, 155-mile run. And it is a Rotarian. His wife is the president-elect of Middletown Rotary, and he's going to run it. So, and it's a polio raiser, so we're not letting the pressure off. All of this money that we've raised is over and above what we normally do, right, folks? That's why we ask for only $35 a percent. So you just forego the dinner. Thank you.
Joe, would you lead us out?
Trails to you until we meet again. And trails to you, keep smiling.